everybody, Jessica here from Pensacola Seed and Garden. Today we're going to talk to you about bare root fruit trees and how to prune them and help them to be their happiest. So we're going to start off with the root. I have my bypass pruners. They have a flat side and a curved side. You want the flat side on the facing the trunk, so you can get it close. See, this is broken, so we're going to cut that. Anything broken, dead, diseased, or damaged, we're going to take off from the roots and just kind of thin it out. And you're going to want to kind of tip the ends to help it give it some more of that good feeder root growth. Oh, shoot. But there was a damaged one. Let's see. Oh yeah. See, all this is damaged. It lets in pest and disease and just opens it up for bad things. So we try to kind of prune all that off, if I can. There we go. And so it's kind of, and their bare roots, they will kind of dry out. So you want to kind of try to take them back to some good growth, some live growth. Just kind of clean them up. Let me see. Anything? That all looks good. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna take that up a little bit. Kind of cut this back. Make sure it's not broken. We got a little broken one there, so we'll cut that back a little bit. And then we're just going to kind of tip the rest of them. And it kind of helps it in your hole. Let's see. And when you're planting, you never plant any deeper than the original soil line, which is about right there. So you want to make your hole twice as wide, but the same depth. And you can plant it a little higher if you want, because it is going to settle in. If you plant too deep, it will keep the bark too wet, and it will start to kill the bark. And then it can't take anything up from the roots, because that cambium layer right underneath the bark will just turn to mush. So it's kind of important. And it's certain things you can plant a little deeper, but as a rule of thumb, you don't want to plant anything deeper than the original soil line. Or the root flare. This is called the root flare. This is a type of persimmon. Persimmons don't need a whole lot. I mean, because this is a good rule. Because it has a diminished root system, there is something called the root to shoot ratio. And it's 1/3 roots to 2/3 top growth. And that just means like the amount of roots that there is this next spring determines how much new top growth that it can support. So with the diminished root system, you have to kind of rein in this growth. Now this persimmon doesn't have a whole lot of top growth, but we will. This is the the crotch of the tree right here, the first main crotch of the tree. And so we're gonna kind of clean it up down here. Just take a little bit of this off, and you flat side of the pruners to the bark, and but not flush. You want to come out just a little bit. And take that off. Take off some of your small growth, and then for a persimmon, I think that's pretty good. Yeah. So this peach, I'm going to take it out of the pot here. See, it's planted to the top of the root flare, no deeper than that. Now this one had already been planted. It's been planted for a few days. I'll repot it. But again, you have the root to shoot ratio. So this small amount of roots is not going to be able to support all of this growth that it's going to try to do. So we're going to give the roots one more once over. And you can see it looks like it's gotten a little bit of new growth. These haven't been in the pot that long, but again, you just kind of go around. And if you buy these, if you come and get your bare roots from us soon, they're not going to be completely rooted out, which is fine. You know, just the soil is going to fall away. There's nothing wrong with them. But this is what you'll get. So and if you want, you can put some soak it in some root stimulator. We sell it here at the store. I believe it's a concentrate. You just mix it with water, and you can soak it in there put it in there while you're digging your hole or your holes, and just let it soak for a few minutes. And then after you plant it, when you're watering it in, pour it in there, pour it on it. So, but we're going to prune this now. So let's see, what type of peach is this? This is a Florida King. All right. So we see we have all of this growth down here. And for peaches in particular, you want to have like an upside down umbrella shape, like a goblet shape. This keeps the fruit low, so it's easier to harvest. So I'm gonna take it down a little bit. Maybe not that far, but I'm gonna take it down some more. Yeah. And usually when you make a cut, so you want to angle, I didn't do that very well, but you want to angle your pruners away from the bud so the water will slough off away from the bud, and so it doesn't just sit on the end. So it doesn't get diseased. No, not good. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so this one's actually pretty good. You usually just take off the broken or the little tiny ones, but you want them to have growth in all four planes. So you want it this way and that way. And when you prune them, I'm going to tip all of these. You want to do it to an outward facing bud, because you want the center to be able to get sun and light and air in. So you do it to an outward facing bud. So So like here, I'm gonna do it to this one. Again, on a slope, and we'll do it here. And I'm not gonna take too much off of this. It's a pretty good size already. So let's see. Let's do a little tip. This is starting to get flowers already on that one. Is that all of them? I think so, yeah. But yeah, that's all there is to it for that. Now, let's move on. I'm going to show you one that does need a lot of pruning. So here we have, this is a gold plum. And so we have some little broken branches. And plums, you can do a central leader, or you can do the open umbrella, the goblet shape. It's kind of up to you if you want your fruit to stay low, or if you want a tree. So let's see. So I'm gonna keep this one a tree and just show you how to do it for this one. So most of the growth, so this side's pretty flat. Most of the growth is kind of growing kind of that way. So we'll start down here. All this small growth, we're gonna take it off. And remember, flat side in. Don't be scared. Once again, you have that root to shoot ratio. And so you want to take it up. You don't have to prune all of them, but like all the little stuff, you do. All the little damage, and basically it's just suckers. You want to keep, you're trying to get the main shape of the tree, and then it'll fill out. You're really trying to shape it while it's young. So we're gonna take off some of this smaller growth. That one's broken. I'm gonna keep this one actually, because you got to kind of think about your 4 planes as well. I think I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna leave that one, because this is the first main crotch of the tree. So, like, you know, here. So I'm gonna leave that. It's not too much below it, but that one's broken. That one. Anything that's crossing like this, here, let me turn it. Anything that's crossing, see that? It's going to rub and it creates a wound. So we're gonna cut it back to this bud right there, because it's going out that way. So there we go. And let's see. Can I leave that? Second guess myself now. Take this off, because it's growing towards the center. I'm going to take that off. That's growing towards the center. And I think I'm going to do, that's growing like that, I'm going to cut like this. Yeah. That. And what this will do as well, it'll help it to bush out more. So a lot of times you will just want to kind of tip the rest of them. Yeah. I'm gonna leave the leader. Well, don't forget, you have to do it to an outward facing bud. All right. I think that's about it for that one. Yeah, I think this one is good. So that should be better. You could take off a little more if you are feeling brave. What is this one? The Methley Plum. Oh, this one. I'm going to show you this one. So this one needs some love. This one got a little beat up, and it happens. So this is the main. This is the main part. When you're picking a tree, there are a couple of rules, and this is for shade. Well, whatever. Mainly shade trees, but there is a rule of thumb. So if it's growing like a V, it's not as strong. This part is not as strong. So it in a windstorm, one of these is going to break, right? But if it's a U, it'll be better. It's stronger. It's an arch. So if you have tree branches, let me see. Here we go. Check this one out. Like right here. So see how that is a V? Right there, can you see that? It's a V. So one of these is gonna break. I would say it would probably be this one, and the leader would stay, but it would still damage the leader here. So now this isn't the main trunk, but you can see that may be what they have done here. And that's just the natural growth habit of the tree. But just something to look out for. But over here, right here, we see it again. And usually the weaker one will be the one that breaks. So we're gonna keep this one and we're gonna take this off. Let me turn this around for you. See how this is more of a U and not so much of a V? That's kind of what you're looking for. that being said, I know this isn't quite a V, but I'm taking that. So now for the diseased, damaged crossing and dead. First we're going to clean up all this flat side of your pruners to the trunk. Pears do get these thorns, but I think the thorns become limbs. So, just a little FYI. But, alright. First we have to get everything that's dead, damaged, and diseased, and then see what we are left with. Oh, that's high. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna leave it for now. But we are gonna take off all this other stuff. Okay. Going to put this up here. That. That. All right. All right, guys. Well, that's about it. I mean, I'm gonna leave that so it goes to that plane. But yeah, I mean, it's easy. It's pretty easy once you know the rules, and you can. It's a case by case basis. Every tree is different. Every tree type is different. Just do your best and have fun with it. That's the main thing. And you'll learn as you go. And yeah, that's about all I have for you on pruning fruit trees. Join us next time.